Oof. Okay. Where to begin? Oh boy. Okay. Okay.
Take it from the top, like 5 minutes markers.
Yeah. Have you ever been to a nice restaurant and you sit down and the sommelier comes over with a nice bottle of wine to greet you? They open it up, you smell it, have a taste, only to have that sommelier pour 30% of that bottle of wine directly on the ground in front of you? That hurts, right? The reality is that there's about businesses are in that same situation where they're paying for 100% of their energy and having 30% of that go to waste. At Veep, we're in the process of not only implementing solutions, but also identifying ways to analyze energy consumption and implement a solution that helps our customers to track that and convert it into saved carbon emissions. So not only are they saving money in terms of energy spend, they're reducing their carbon emissions as well. So what we're building is a solution to convert carbon emissions into tokens that can be traded. So right now, the problem globally is that there's no secure way to analyze and track carbon emissions and trade those in a market that is transparent and scalable. So if you have carbon credits as a company, it's very difficult for you to be able to have access to the entire market in terms of people that are looking to buy carbon credits, and it's difficult to trade those in a secure and efficient manner. So that's why we're looking to build a solution using the blockchain and partnering with Solana to do so, where we can not only verify and track those carbon emissions, we could tokenize them to the blockchain and create an infrastructure where companies have the ability to trade those at scale. In terms of market size, I need to do a bit more research in terms of what that market looks like right now. I've only been with the company for about 2.5 weeks now, so still getting up to speed, but for the next pitch, I'll have all that information ready to go and talk about our go-to-market strategy and what that looks like. Yeah, so I hope I did a decent job in explaining what we do, but next week I'll definitely have more information talking about the strategy.
Good. And again, I think a couple of things, right? So very clear opening, like the problem, what you're trying to solve, and then the solution you are trying to present. I think the organization is good as well. It's a bit unclear, like how you, like you said yourself, like you don't really have like a strategy how you're going to go to market and stuff like that yet. So maybe that's something that to keep in mind. Also, when you were doing the presentation, like maybe don't do this. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, just be yourself. Like be natural, moving around, body language, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, good job. So tomorrow evening, and again, I want to stress this, right? So tomorrow evening, like we have a farewell dinner of everyone. So thanks for coming to Toronto City. Thanks for spending time. And so you will get to pitch again. And tomorrow we'll have like presentation screen and all that. So you will do the same you do today, but in front of a bunch of people. I think like 20, 30-ish, yeah. So do the same thing you do today, and this is just like a practice, right? And the goal of this program, you will see we have a lot of pitches. I think the main thing isn't that, because everyone, when you hear that you already have a product, you either already have a product, you have a really solid idea, that's why we chose you, right? But ideas are cheap, prototype are cheap. You cannot deliver, you cannot sell it. And this is why we're asking everyone to spend so much time and effort in pitching. If you don't have a good pitch, no matter how good your product is, it doesn't matter. Nobody's going to use it, nobody's going to even know about it, and you're fucked, right?
Yeah.
So just want to make clear why we're doing this, right? Because the number one goal of this program is to make sure you come out with a pitch perfect presentation. Or like 90% perfect. Good. All right, thanks, Michael. Cool. All right, next. Yep.
All right.
You need slides?
I don't have slides, but I will have some sort of like prototyping on this.
Okay, we can show it after the pitch.
Yeah. How can I actually connect to the screen? It's not working with my finger. So yeah, we'll try again tomorrow.
No, you have to turn on TV though.
Oh,
Here's the remote.
See the remote. You guys see the remote?
No.
How's that? Okay, proceed. There you go. Yeah. Okay.
so greetings everyone. So I'm Arnold and I'm from Ledger X, a crypto accounting platform on Solana. We are targeting SMEs and startups who want to build their products and managing their multiple wallets on Solana. So there is a pain point that we believe to be really big in this situation right here. So most of the time when you manage multiple wallets and your balance, you have to go to each of the different wallets, which each of the different private keys you have to in your Phantom or in your MetaMask. Also, you have to track on each transaction with your Soul Scan. It depends on the transaction hash, and you won't realize how much gains that you have or even how much loss that you have. So we are here with Ledger X, where you can actually import your wallets in our platform, where we sync all of your Solana wallets and also calculate all your gains and loss in our dashboard. Also, we'll give you real-time insights on your balance, on your gains and your loss. As well as you will have the ability to attach your invoice into each of the transactions to actually make your accounting task of your business becoming more relevant. Also, we have the transaction showing on all of your depends on all of your wallets, and also you can have the ability to export it as CSV, where it is suitable when you do tax report or financial report for your system. In the future, we want to implement some of the features like creating invoice, doing some payments, like doing mass payout to your staff, or creating payment links to your clients or your partners. So yeah, technically we are monitoring it based on legal advice to become a centralized hub of finances for business. So yeah, I would love to share with you more tomorrow when I have a more informative slides. Yeah, thank you everyone.
Alright, so this is more like a product pitch, right? And so in Colosseum, there will be two parts of pitch. So part one is a 3 minutes video where you're recording your main pitch, which is like basically like, okay, this is the problem, this is the solution, this is how we're gonna do this, this is business model, this is the tokenomics we have on, and this is asking like when we fundraising, we're doing this, we're joining Colosseum, we do whatever. So that's 3 minutes. But then you have a 2 minute pitch where it's called a technical demo, which is this. So you have 3 minutes to show your business, and 2 minutes to show your product. So this is practically the 2 minutes one. So you were doing that in about like 5 to 6 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Figure out how to bring that to 2.
Yeah.
So how to show all of this in 2 minutes. And so that would just mean that you have to be super to the point. So I'll bring you up later, but I think I mean you have to have a very clear cut definition of what the product looks like. Here's like feature A, feature B, feature C, what it does. You have 2 minutes. So be mindful of that, and I think go back to the point of this pitch, right? So you start with a problem statement, which is good. I didn't hear PMF in there though. Like what is the market fit here? Like why would people use something like this to solve their corporate governance need on the blockchain, right? So let's say you have a bunch of non-custodial wallet and a bunch of custodial wallet. How would that help how would this help them manage their internal finances? Especially a lot of crypto teams, not so much a corporate, but more like a startup, right?
Yeah.
So that would be the focus, right? So basically the idea is that you try to solve this for Web3 startups, and a lot of them are managing a mix of custodial and non-custodial, treasuries.
Yeah.
And so your platform would help them streamline their entire finances, both on chain and off chain, right? So something like that, right? So basically maybe dig a little deeper there on the PMF.
Yeah.
And also how you would market this to people. Let's say in this room we have about 10 teams, or 5 teams, 6 teams, right? How you sell to them, something like that, right? So have a clearer picture of the GTM and how you go about selling it to people. Because basically within this program, within super teams right now, you have about 50, 60 teams that could be potential clients, right? So how will you go about selling this stuff, and how will you go about using that as a baseline to grow the business, like from that 50, 60 clients, how will you grow it? And then another thing is how will you monetize? What's the subscription model look like? What's the payment
Looks like.
Transaction fee look like? So all these things need to be clear.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Right.
I don't expect you to have all this by tomorrow, but this is some of the vision in mind to improve for at least for tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. All right. Next.
I think someone is waiting downstairs.
Oh, let me come get them. I have a card.
Okay. Wait. Let's wait. Oh no. It's here.
Hi guys, thank you for your time. I'm Rodi, CMO of Pitch-athon, a decentralized fiat to fiat transition platform using USDT on Tron blockchain. And everyone knows cross-border transfer are expensive, slow, and bank depend. So service like Western Union charge up to 7 to 10% fees, and user in underbanked region like Asia or Africa structure to access financial service. So Pitch-athon service by using USDT as a bridge with an off-chain matching machine to pay sender and receiver at 50% lower cost than bank or Western Union, and transactions are secure with the digital signature and marketplace transparent by Tron blockchain. And unlike traditional platform, Pitch-athon is decentralized and allowing anyone to be a provider by depositing USDT and setting competitive rate. And we use technology like zero knowledge proof and to secure and 48 hour to and 48 hour dispute mechanism to mitigate fraud. And the global remittance market is worth 700 billion, and we targeting 100,000 transactions per month in year one. Indian for sustainable revenue. And in the next 6 months, we will deploy our jet on Tron mainnet and after that, in 12 to 18 months, we will integrate AI to for rate optimize and security. We target users in underbanked regions like Asia or and Africa, and Pitch provider with a competitive rate and low fees. And then we are seeking an important partner for scale for developing AI and penetrate global market. Yeah, that's my tip, and thank you for listening.
So first, I think the opening is good. So the problem statement is remittance is painful, it's hard, it takes a long time, fees are high. So you try to solve that. I think at some point, sometime later, you're talking about like you want to solve it for Asia and Africa, which is where like most people would remit money back to their home country and stuff like that, right? So we merge that into one. So like there's like okay, in Asia and Africa, there's like remittance is a global industry, but especially in Asia and Africa, there's a lot of pain point. Sending money back and forth, fees are high, and companies in Western Union, whatever, is like taking a long time. So you try to solve that with Pitch-athon, and then go into the solution what it does. So you talk a little bit about like some of the technology behind it's like secure, compliant, whatever. So that's good. But what I don't hear is how are you gonna take this to market? Like how are you gonna onboard users? How are you gonna what's the plan here? So I don't hear that yet. So that's something that need to be added on. And then maybe talk a little about like how you plan to grow the Alpha Solana. Just because again we were talking about a Solana program here. So talk a bit more about how you plan to grow the Alpha Solana, like what will you be working with, like what sort of market entry you're gonna be doing. So things like that, right? Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So that's a great feedback, and then which we do again tomorrow. So
Yeah.
All right, next.
I have a question for Pitch-athon.
Yeah. Ask away.
Why did you guys implement energy or bandwidth into Pitch-athon to reduce transaction fee? So you are using energy and bandwidth. What?
No, we.
How it will reduce around 5 times for transaction fee when using energy and bandwidth instead of using TRX directly. So we are providing energy and bandwidth solution for Tron network.
Can I get your contact so we can discuss it?
You speak technically and she's a
Yeah.
marketing person.
But I don't understand what he said.
Okay. Next. Yep.
Old school TV. Cái đầu cắm ở em ai ở đấy, lúc ra cắm lại rồi.
So in order we change, I will introduce a quick about our product we are cooking. So I can see it's like a terminal like GMGN or Azure, but it is not like GMGN. It's used for it will track Solana data in real time and you guys can customize stream and noise filtering. Also, you guys can implement your own strategy to snipe trading meme coin. Let me explain.
Don't worry.
Let me change another one. I'm drop on it.
Take your time.
So you guys can see it is like a public stream. We stream on the token created on the bump fund in real time. But you can create your own stream. Actually, it is like for someone know something about the coding. I will create a very basic stream like first I will use stupid solution like capture every trace with a size greater than 0.5 solar. So we can set the rule you want to filter. I will you can see a lot of parameters. You can customize their own parameter to for your own strategy. I will try with just go to 2000 checks for this token. I will filter in my stream. That's no rule. Look out. 500.
So what are you filtering for? A list of trades
Yeah.
that meet those filters.
I filter on the token with the picture greater than 0.5 so yeah, it's running. After that, you guys can custom your own strategy. We will spend 10 zone for this strategy. Now, one for production. You guys can custom your active time for this automation. Yeah, I will sell when I get 40% and slope is 20. Look like we don't have any token right now. I will show you. Yeah. See my filter I just created yesterday. I just got around almost 40,000 token and yeah, got 0.7 zone. Yeah, the automation. So you guys can use this pool stream to stream your data into Telegram or Discord or everything. Yeah. Alright. Actually, for the first, we just build it for our own because we trading a lot of meme coin. Yeah. In the last stream chatting before, we got a lot of Solana because we have data for about the streaming. Right.
So what's the problem? What's the problem that you're solving for?
So
What's the problem that you're solving for?
yeah, so we just actually I think the first problem we saw in Solana we need to pay a lot of money for infra, for cloud and data service. So we monthly spending 10K for that, but for you are meme coin trading, you can use Bootstream to custom and use our infra for free.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I might have a question. So it's like, can you please going back to the big trade snap something?
Yeah.
And in there's a, so it's more like sniping tools, right? So that you guys will have automatic, buying strategy and selling strategy. Oh yeah, I understand. Probably understand what's the key here. But also you will just streaming on all the token on Pump Fund or
Yeah, on Pump Fund, and everything happen in Solana. We just like a data pool, and index all the data on the Solana. You just set up the parameter to get the filter.
so you filter the transaction based on the trading volume.
Trading volume,
Holders-
holder count. Yeah, I will show you everything you can think about the Solana. I will help you custom your own data.
Yeah. Just one little piece of products, maybe because of me, maybe if you can make the parameters more, friendly to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
mass user, then
possible.
like people would just basically use it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is very first version
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Bootstream. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you can see in the first version we yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, so quick feedback, right? I think this is more like a product demo, which again too long. Need to cut it up a lot. Also, I think it's unclear like who's this for, right? So obviously you say I think the problem would be something like we have a lot of new traders and people are like looking for ways to get data access fast and cheap, and also like sharing with other people. You basically creating this as a way for people to not only get access to data, but also share the information with other people, like using their own stream, right? And then I don't really see how you get people to use it, like so what? And so I think the next question is what's the GTM here? How do you get traders to use it? How do you get like DJ and people in trenches to use it, right? Because like the way it's structured right now is very developer focused.
Yeah.
So only someone who has like, some sort of like a developer background can understand what's going on here. But this could also be very easily converted into something that's more like in natural language, right? So it could be just like either like a AI system, AI chat, like that you can write prompts that instruct the the platform to create a stream based on the prompt, right? And then allow people to edit to continue chatting with the AI agent to update the prompt, or like create a new prompt, or like delete the prompt, delete the stream and stuff like that. So I think that is something that should be in the next upgrade. That would make it a lot easier for DJ and traders to use this versus what it is right now. Like it is right now is very developer driven. So only people who are developers will have like developer background can kind of get this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that I think the GTM here is a bit linked to the product itself. Is that you need to update this in a way that like, people get it. Because I think even though like I get what you're trying to do, right? But I don't think even traders like get how to use this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I think another GTM is what Theo said about on day one. Talk to Bong, talk to market out people, talk to a lot of Solana people to, you know, because this is basically perfect for that kind of community, right? The Solana DGN community, the people in the trenches, the one that's been holding market entities, the one that's been holding bonds in early days. So I would think that these are the people that will be using this, right? Instead of, you know, other folks. And then of course, like, you know, like I think just in general, like what's the business model, like how you gonna make money from this? Like you gonna charge for trading products, essentially trading volume.
Trading group.
Yeah. So need to make clear that, right? So how you gonna make money from this, right? Basically, you know, and then how is it going to be used? Is it going to be used to launch a new token or pump stream, and then they're using it to buy back that token, or like how is that going to work? What's the flywheel here, right? And so if it's a token play, then show the token flywheel. If it's revenue meta, then show the revenue, right? So where would the revenue come from? What's the volume look like? What's the current trading situation? How many streams you have? How many? How big the data set? That sort of thing, right? So show the data as well, show the traction as well, so people have a bad idea what to expect from the platform, right? And so that would be a lot like how you showcase Web2 business, where people ask, well, like, how much does the business make a year? What's the margin? What's the take rate look like? Stuff like that. So the same thing apply here, right? So you have a cool product, but well, so to recap, I think this is a cool product, but aside from that, hardly anybody can use it, and there's a clear business structure going on here. So you need to fix that, and then you should have a much better pitch on your hands, right?
I think of I think just think of something to just a product, you know, side of user experience, something like that. So just think of something, you know, like think of your users, like how they're gonna use it, like from start to end, and then how you're gonna keep them and retain them in your whole product life cycle. And also, there's one piece of automation strategy. Can you please go back to the strategy part? Yeah. Do you will the user decided to sell the token based on the bonding curve percentage, like for example 90% or something like that? The sniping settings.
It's like percent after the spot token.
Okay.
Alright, thank you so much. This is the reason why we come here to join hackathon to get job advice and maybe get more audience to leverage each other.
Yeah. Again, I think. Well, so again, I mean, this is not a really hackathon, right? I'm not a dev guy. I'm not gonna tell you how to build your product. Most of you already have a product, or most of you already have a bunch of products. My job is to help you figure out how to turn it into a business, right? And how to make a pitch that people are gonna be like, oh fuck, I want to try it. Like, oh, fuck, I want to invest in that. Oh, fuck, I want to use that. So that's why we do a lot of these things today. And I think you think you know your product really well, but actually when you say it out loud, nobody understands what the fuck you're doing. And that is the problem. That's the problem with a lot of Vietnamese businesses, a lot of Vietnamese Web3 businesses, is that when you guys sit in the same room, you sit in your zone, and you try to build shit, you're like, oh, this is so cool. But then when you go out there, like, nobody understands what you're doing. So that is the problem we're going to fix here, right? So we keep doing this on a weekly basis, and then hopefully by week 4, then you should have a much clearer pitch for your team, for your project. Okay, good. Next.
Okay, so I think I will ask this question again. You heard a lot about real world assets, right? Have you ever tried to buy a tokenized bond or stock or piece of the real estate?
I don't have money.
Yeah, yeah. It's not easy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So today, I think the real world assets is really booming. We have the market is already 24 billions today, and it's projected to be reached like 16 trillion in 2030. But investors today still facing three main problems. First, discovery, like stock here, treasury here, there, and real estate in another place, right? And the second problem is complexity. So there are some dashboard for you to see the data, but the dashboard is built by DeFi natives and for DeFi natives. It may be easier for you guys DeFi person to understand, but it's hard for investor. And the third problem is the trust and compliance. So the regulation is still circling. We still have a lot of things to do with the compliance. And that's why we are building Tokera. So it stands for like tokenized era. Tokera is exciting. So imagine a place when you can open a tool and you have instantly you get the overall information of the whole real world asset landscape and the very details of each asset you want to discover. Yield, liquidity, and the issuer reputation all in one place. And but you don't have to stop at the data. We allow you to trade on the index of the tokenized assets. So you see the assets, you know the potential of the assets, and you want to, let's say, bet on it. So
Prediction market.
yeah, we provide a way of prediction market mechanism for you to trade. So yeah, our vision is like with simple vision, but yeah, full vision. We will to become a trust gateway for real world assets. We start small here. Data aggregate dashboard, as I mentioned, and index prediction. But then next we will expand for portfolio management, risk scoring, and when the regulation, when we have the right timing, will be like compliant transactions, routing to the all platform that we integrate with. So yeah, I have to say sorry, Poststream. I believe the next $1 trillion will not flow into meme coin trading, but it will go to the real world assets. And at that time, Tokera will be the gateway. Yeah.
People understand what you try to do.
Yeah,
You understand what you try to do.
I understand.
Okay, great. So this is what happened after we have a one-on-one, right? So we went in on a pitch on Monday. I thought the idea was just a basic dashboard for RWA. So I had a one-on-one with him. It's like, look, you just do a dashboard, use the data. There's no edge there, right? But of course, like RWA trading is super KYC. It's very hard to do. So what I suggested him to do is to turn it into a game. Basically, you can get the data for the RWA asset, and you can speculate on it. So basically, prediction market, right? Bet it, like let's say X stock gonna go up or go down. So it's simple as that. And you don't even have to build it yourself. You can just do an API from Kalshi or Polymarket, or you can do both.
Yeah.
Right? Do an arbitrage play on Tokera. And so basically, you know, it doesn't violate any law. You're basically making a fun gamification play out of it,
Yeah.
and you retain users. So that is why I ask people to, for everyone, you haven't done the one-on-one with me, book it immediately. Because like this is where between the pitch, this is how I can help you, is how we can help you improve your pitch and improve your ideation, improve your product, right? So again, you haven't booked a one-on-one with me, book immediately. It's ideally before next week, because after this week we'll filter out some people. So we'll kick out about like 30% of people in week 1, and then move on to week 2. We'll start assigning mentors to people. So there's that. Oh, back to the pitch. So I think overall good, very strong start. Talking about the market size of RWA, and also talking about a opacity of the data. So like there's not a lot of certainty and a lot of clarity about the data in RWA, and also it's hard to access. I think you can also talk a little bit more about the fact that like RWA at the moment is very inaccessible. Like only people in certain countries that is regulatory approved can do. But what we're trying to show is like not trying to educate people more about RWA asset, but also try to get people involved through the gamification part, right? And so that's something that I think you should talk a bit more about it, like the GTM and also like the product market fit. And then maybe have a slide, maybe show some of the research and stuff like that, maybe some of the mock-ups you can. But overall, I think much better than Monday. Yeah. Questions for him? Okay, good. Okay, next.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Hi everyone, I'm Hex. I'm the founder of Fungible Future. So Fungible Future is an LLM launchpad where you can convert your tokens into shares for future revenue rights of the projects. We believe that current launchpads are kind of rewarding exit behavior over commitment. So for future internet companies to form, we need to reward commitment over the let's say musical chair. So for any community to form organically, we need a share incentive scheme on top of the whole structure. So that's why we are kind of providing a way for you to have skin in the game of any of the projects. So using tokens for the shares, converting the shares, providing a built-in flywheel, providing a new asset class for creators to reward their core communities, and also it's signals conviction socially rather than using an on-chain function, rather than using social logins or fragile third-party solutions. Other than that, it's also create a concept, we call it floor market cap. So each burn kind of increase the floor market cap, and it means that the price cannot go down below, and it provides a headspace for creators to focus on what is necessary. It could be a product building, it could be community building, and it's going to make it easier for them to do market making on the go. So on top of that, I think the organic formation of the communities, to be able to make it organically and to be able to make it fair, we need to provide equal right of to having a share on top of the projects. So that's why we built a pre-sale module. With the pre-sale module, people can be able to launch their project to collect pre-demand before even token goes live. So we are encouraging them to launch their project to pre-sale, so everyone can be able to get the equal right amount of share from the start with the predetermined amount of variables similar to token unlocks, TG dates, and vesting schedules. And what else? Yeah, why we are building on Solana. So one of the reasons is Solana is kind of embracing the ICM meta, Internet Capital Markets meta, and they are focusing on being on NASDAQ 2.0. So that's why the being in layer one and having a concentrated liquidity all around the ecosystem is really important for us to flourish. And also, they are providing parallel execution as an app chain that can be able to scale our application. So that's why we are going to build on Solana, and we are going to focus on the new coming ICM method. So,
Yeah.
I need to combine in betweens.
Yeah, no. I think one is, I think the pitch is much clearer than compared to Monday.
My head is much more clear.
Yeah, well, I think this is why we do this practice, right, where everyone
Yes.
get a chance to showcase and to explain thoroughly, and then get feedback from other people in the room about what you try to build. I'll just say this, right? I think it'd be helpful for you to also maybe share a bit about the team journey, like where you guys started, what you've been through, and what got you here, like end up on Solana. I think that would really like plug into your whole like problem solution statement. Like you basically like your problem that you as a DJ yourself been going through this.
But sometimes I also feel like I am stuck at the past, like because it's stick with us that we found the same idea at the same time with Pound, but we liked to build on Solana. It's kind of started to become a narrative, and I feel like we.
No, I think another way to look at it is you basically you saw the same problem, you have the same idea with these guys, and they made it, you didn't. But like now you look at it from another angle, right? Like trying to do something else, like basically like create a corner with new functionality, and all that. And basically like we become more like you try to kickstart a new meta, basically. You put it that way, then it's sell a lot more like I think a lot more hype, a lot more FOMO than just say it the way you say it right now. So I think maybe start something like that, like something strong, like, oh, we were there when Pitch-athon started, we was having the same idea, and then we never really captured the idea, but now we're coming back with something else, and this is something that we think can be done super efficiently, and super natively on Solana, and this is why, here's why, blah, 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 blah. So I think for your pitch, for you basically doing a product that's like competing in such a crowded space. I mean, honestly, launchpad and stuff like that. It is fun, right? So, one thing you can do is you can start with like a history lesson, like basically a backstory, and then like just go from there. And then that would help make your point a lot stronger, I think. Yeah.
Alright. Any question? Thank you.
Nice. You have slides?
Okay, so for the first pitch, I was the feedback like my pitch was so complicated and too many things. I want to show as much thing as possible, so I'm gonna try to simplify it.
Mình chỉ ví dụ mirror các năng chiếu hàng kéo qua đây,
Kéo không, em để nghe không cái gì cả.
nghĩa là năng chiếu hai màn hình riêng ấy, em để thì mirror ấy thì nó mới chiếu nhau, không thì em kéo qua đây từ cái này cái này không màn hình.
Em không có cái gì để chỉnh luôn, không sai.
So it's like two separate screens.
Bây giờ
Thì cái này không thì em để chỉnh hẳn này luôn.
chỉnh trên máy luôn.
Bấm present thôi.
Bây giờ ok.
Chạy qua đây này, kéo chuột qua đây này.
Không thấy.
Kéo hẳn chuột qua đây. Basically select one of that.
Okay, so
Here we are, RFG, game trading mobile platform in cryptos. So I say alcohol seasons is really like will happening soon, and we wanna our orientations users is new users who are new to trading. So I guess few people here trade, but someone have few experience for it. It's okay, but there is two things that I want to clarify. And who want this? Like the portfolio crypto is here, and the bull run here. You know, nobody want this. Everybody, you have to know the real things in the Web2 world. If you're in the Web2 world and you're building, that's why you're here, right? Everybody want to make money from it. Everybody, money talks. So here, we want new users to get money, and we don't want this. We don't want users to be heading in, oh my god, I don't know, what should I trade? So we have, okay, so let me just turn to this one with spot trading and future tradings. And so with spot tradings, with new trader, people don't know what tokens they should invest in. So we have like AI pilots, which is an AI smart system watching percentage tokens on Solana, Sonic, and BNB change, and we can have more updates change in the futures. And most now there are new tokens, meme coins, so most tokens are on Solana. So here is the UI. If you want to take a look, I've got a QR code for you to download it later. So yeah, it's the AI pick and UV size. This is from Biden yesterday. And for the past 5 months, we have listed about 135 tokens with average pitch of 67.5% of average pitch. What does this mean? Like for over 120 tokens released, nearly 70% of them got the pitch. So, and the average pitch time is 22 hours. So let's imagine like you're 9 to 5 workers. You're having lunch, you open the phones and like you see tokens. Okay, you buy some, and like you work in the afternoon, you got home, you relax, you got kids, you sleep, and over, and you wake up, open the phone, and you got profit. Nearly 70%. You bet, you play some kind of, if people over here in Vietnam, you know dicing, you know, 50%. We share nearly 70% to get
prediction market.
Yeah. So it's about spot trading. With future trading, you know, everything's on the laptop. You open your laptop and you open the exchange to see the prediction market. So what is prediction market? What is future trading? So you just buy long, sell short. You not actually own the tokens, but like you buy contracts. If price go up, you long and you get profit. Price go down, if you short, you get profit. So if you see it on desktop screen or laptop screen, it's a noise. But yeah, you really have a headache again. It's very confusing. But if you wanna like see it on mobile, it's very easy. It's better. So I guess I'm gonna show this video. It's a little bit hard here because
Double click.
click here. Okay, so you can see here, you choose the tokens, you choose long for tokens, choose the balance. We have leverage here, and we have take profits and stop loss. And when it's alright, you just swipe. It's easy. You see, real time profit. You can see chart here. Everything is easy. Okay. So, okay. Yeah, so this is a QR code if you want to try it. So we give new users for both things. Spot trading, you got nearly 70% of getting profits. With prediction markets, easy, real time with new tokens, high frustrations. So the game is really fun. So that's all my pitching. So thank you for listening. And Yeah, that's
Okay, so first off, it's much better, much clearer from Monday, where I think nobody understood what you were doing.
yeah.
I think here you have like two type of use case. One's the spot trading, where they like to using AI to pick out the top spot buy.
Yeah.
And then second is the futures trading, where no AI, but like you do it yourself, right?
Yeah.
Can you do AI pick for futures trading?
Nice suggestions. Maybe I try it.
Well, the idea is that if you want to have a selling point, I think the AI pick is a nice touch. You can usually use that for both spot and future trading. Then it's good. Then it's a much stronger pick compared to what you have right now, which is basically like, oh, I can only do AI pick for spot trading or future trading. I just have to do it myself. Well, I mean, granted, it's real-time data and real-time profit P&L, but I think having like an AI pick and like an AI managed portfolio, like basically like you can customize like the AI to basically pick spot on the all future trading position for you, and then you can and then you can also instruct the AI to okay, close position when it gets to this level, that would be a lot more interesting.
Yeah. Actually, we got that on thesis.io, and I just grab all that and take it to the app.
Well, so again, I think
Yeah.
on the back end, I don't really care what you guys have, right? But I think from the user interface, for me, because I'm a lazy guy, I'm a passive trader. By passive I mean I really hate spending too much time like monitoring the chart, right? I just want to buy, take profit, done. So if that's okay, and someone like I think we have a number of, I guess, either like a new trader or like passive traders. So the way that people like us would really prefer is like have a simple way to just like, okay, I want you to give me some suggestions. I want you to skew it. I want you to help me TP or SL. Right. So that's suggestion, right? Convert. Maybe apply the AI pick to the entire app. Make that the go-to default mode, right? AI pilot, and then AI pick basically make that the default mode, and then the user can use it, and they want to be when they get more sophisticated with trading, and they can explore other functions of the app. But that should be the GTM bit, like targeting the newbies, the normies, the people who are just now finding out about new coins and stuff. Cool. Good.
Any questions so far? All right. Thank you.
Cool. Good. Next. Who hasn't gone yet?
Anh gọi tên rất được không?
Đấy, mượn của Thắng. Right, signing up.
Right, guys. So I'll be giving you guys quite a demo about.
Okay, there.
Right, I'll be giving you guys quite a demo about the app that we've been cooking for quite a long time. So as I told in the previous speech, we believe that it's extremely hard for any traders or any even long-term investors to actually win in this market. Not just in crypto, but even in stock market or in literally everything. Like you have to comprehend the news, you have to comprehend the data on chain, you have to comprehend this price market, the price action, you have to comprehend literally 4 or 5 data sources. And we believe that human brain power can't handle that. And even if you can, it's 90% failure rate. So that's what we're bringing zoning, and what we're solving is we're going to integrate all the data sources, and we try to present that in a good way, and then we try to deliver like insightful recommendations to them, and then we're giving them an optimized and optimal portfolio.
So we're kind of an AI and portfolio management. And right now, crypto, maybe like a few months later, it will be strong, etc. So here we have, which is our AI dashboard, which is our core feature, I would say so. So as I connected the wallet, it will show literally my bank right here. I have 93% installed, 7% in SQL, and SQR is spread out, and 1% in that. And here it gives me pretty much what I should do to optimize the portfolio. So here we have, let's say I have like a portfolio. Here's just a demo version, so it might be incorrect, but the thesis is that we're going to be working on what you guys should do. You guys should go to this yield opportunity, and you guys should go with this meeting point, or you guys should go with this spot trading, and then we'll be giving you a recommendation to optimize that, and we'll be give you an estimate of what you'll be earning. So that is pretty much about our core feature. And we have also many side features, like we have here we have the market analyze. It takes time to load because we're working with the AI and stuff. And here we have many other stuff, and we'll be waiting for the app to load.
It's a very cool animation.
Yeah, we're working on animation a lot. So here we have a graph where we scan all the traders and stuff, and we see what coins are in the meta and what coins are. Like here, when I get into this, I can see that there are a lot of traders who are buying this coin, and here when they tap into this one, I can see which one is selling, which one is buying. And we have an AI to analyze the chart, so that if you guys are not that good at like understanding the graph, you guys can still know, this one means this one. And that is pretty much about our two core features. And we also have a project research, and it's literally like researches on all apps, on everything. Right now it's pretty laggy. But it's like we have researches on pretty much everything, like Solana and stuff, like all the data, like market cap, and even like a deep analysis of pretty much everything, like a TA, sentiment, the research, and market. You guys can get to this one by access this link, staging.app.something.xyz, because the time is limited, so I won't show it.
You can share this as a group later.
Oh wait, okay. So here's like pretty much about the project research. We do literally everything. And let's get to the smart trader. We have we scan ourselves like a list of traders that perform really well in Solana, and then we analyze them. So you can probably just look at one and then you follow them, and you can track the portfolio. And here's our core feature too, is we build a graph based on all the traders, and then we try to find a cluster, and then we analyze the behavior. Later, we'll also integrate a chatbot into this graph so that you guys can actually understand, because some of you guys might not be good at reading graph. And the last part is the Ask AI. It's pretty much you guys ask about what you don't know about our product, and you guys ask about how to utilize it. So that is pretty much about zoning. And it's our end goal is to help you optimize your portfolio and help you to mitigate risk and help you to have the more sustainable profit. So that is pretty much about zoning.
Okay. First off, is like a very cool, slick looking product. What I don't get is like, what is this selling? Right? So what's the problem? And with all these tools and stuff, so in the same app, like what does it sell?
So the end game of us is to help people to optimize their portfolio, which is impossible in this market because there are so many data sources. Even if you want to invest in one stock or in one crypto, you have to go through the social media, you have to go through the data on-chain, you have to go through the literally everything, like pretty much. Then in order to like diverse your portfolio is pretty hard. Like you want to diverse to like 50 coins, it's impossible. It's not enough for a human brain, so we believe that. And I think kind of diversity is only possible for like institutional, like the hedge funds and market makers and stuff. So we kind of deliver that into retail users. So that is our end game until now.
Okay.
And as Leo like get some feedback to us about the proven track record. Of course, we're trying to optimize it and trying to deliver really like, of course, we're not going to say like 100%, it's impossible, but like we're trying to deliver an accuracy of like 60 or 55, which is reasonable in the market.
Okay. I think a good way to show traction would be like, when you like from the analytics and the alpha that you spawn, there's like about like 20% that have become converted to like say win.
I would say right now we haven't really has a number because we're still in development of that product,
Okay.
and it's not like giving like how to price and then you're saying because right now it's still in development. But I think our end game is to optimize it to be at least 55%. I think 55% is a good number. I can't go above 60%. It's impossible. In this trading market, but 55% I think is good.
Okay. Well, or maybe like not say in terms of win rate, but in terms of like
Hit rate,
earn.
earn percent. Like so, Cường and I, which is Cường is a partner, which is work in testing the app, and I think some place we make like 2x, some place we lost pretty much everything. But I would say like it's about 50%, like 51, 52.
Okay. So I would say if that's the case, then like you can also show like how the win and loss data could be fed back into the system. Like, so like, let's say for each win, like analyze why you win. And for each loss, like also like analyze like what happened there, like so what happened with the token, what happened with the traders, the entry point, or whatever. So what I would also like to see is like a mechanism where you can also like feed the win and loss data back into your context.
Yeah, we'll probably do that. And
Okay.
yeah, right now it's just internal testing, so it's
Okay. Okay. In terms of pitch, I think it's fine. I think there's a bit long, and then there's sort of a lot. I think this is the same thing with him on Monday. It was like too many things, and it's hard to pinpoint one flagship feature.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So the next step is to figure out which feature you want to highlight.
Yeah.
And also, which should be the first thing that people look at?
Yeah.
Which should be the formal aspect here, like
Yeah.
something that either nobody has, or something that like can draw attention the right way. I don't know what it is. Like you can take a look at like the Colosseum request for startup idea, right? The request for product document, right? So you can take a look at that, see what they're asking for, and then you can probably like pick one of the feature that maybe more aligned. You told me tech yesterday, like you guys are looking to do something like
Like a Telegram ad, bot, right?
yeah, something like that. Let me pull it up. Hitachi control agent, right?
What is it? Hold on.
Well, I mean, so
Oh. I got it. Yeah. We're working on that.
so you basically do something like that, like basically like something like made that app, right?
Yep.
And then use it as a way to optimize profit and stuff like that. So that's something that you can do. Or you can do something like an AI powered like portfolio management. Or like an agent that can also like help manage portfolio and also give suggestions and eventually execute trades. So yeah, the idea is that you want to really take it to the next level, and I think there has to be something special here. Like I think research is a good start, but you also have to think about like what is the flagship feature, what's the flagship product within the product suite that you try to build. And so I think for LFG, that's the AI pick. At least that's what I see. I guess my advice for everybody here is like when you have a project, have something that like draw attention to people, right? Like basically like it could be either a marketing play, it could be either like a flagship feature, it could be whatever, right? Something that get people excited. And then you can add other feature, you can add other stuff under that. But
Like a headline.
A headline, yeah, okay. Like in a concert, you only have like headline artists, right? Headline singer or whatever, and then other people just follow. So I don't see that with a lot of people. I think for FG, I see that. I look at the epic, it's like, okay, that's something I want. That's what I want to try. But other people, like I haven't heard that yet. So maybe that's your homework. Go home, think about what is the headliner for your product or your project. Like, what is the one thing that when you say it, like, oh, I want to use that. Oh, that's so cool. oh, I want to at least take a look at that, right? Okay, questions? Think good? Okay. All right, next.
Okay, so
Okay, go.
so I'm very virtual game designer, and but some new that I want to put in my new project is we are doing an objective analysis game that with competitive PvP arena, and what make our unique is we using AI prompt to generate weapon system in the game, and with me your player can have any idea and AI will turn it into weapon, and it is very unique, personal and self-designed. And our vision is to be on gaming, to be on creative economy where invention become a digital asset, and player can link their weapon as NFT and trade them on our marketplace. And we are designed to connect our Web2 and Web3 player with our player. And the marketplace is built to connect Web2 and Web3 player. AI generate is handle blockchain and with smart cutting to reduce CPU cost. While NFT meaning leverage Solana using Solana CNFT, and with me million of user generated can be shipped with minimum cost. And when the player decide to monetize, do their pay small fees. And our product is free to play to reach the broad audience, and we monetize them through market fees, commerce tip, and maybe seasonal better pass. And however, I see that NFT marketplace is an old approach, and we are trying to found the new way to using blockchain on the game, and I see that Solana is one any option that we can do it real time in the gaming, and the solution the new way I see it for streaming, game for streaming. And yeah, we not build the game for the gamer anymore. We build for streamer and viewer who can play together. And I think that's a great idea. That is hot trend now. Is watching more than playing, and I think I can build it with my team very strong with visual and developer. And I think there one problem that I need you guys' opinion is how I can optimize the AI prompt and NFT and put it on streaming real time quickly.
That,
Yeah. That's also the problem.
okay, so what's the problem here? What are you trying to solve?
So let me be honest right here. So because our game, we are thinking of like you guys are the players, you can actually run AI for your weapon. For example, like Trump sword, for example, like that. So the key challenge here, when we have to define which approach that we can run to AI, access, that means NFT, and then use it on chain. It's very difficult in the real time.
No, I mean that's not my question, right? My question is like, what are you trying to solve? Like so you try to build a game, and the game can be self-evolving using AI. So the user can interact with AI, like basically a chat to write prompt to create new weapon, to design new stuff. I get that, but why?
Okay, so like the game for streaming, that we need to connect to for Web2, we have to build a server backend very big for whole players. For
No. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking from a point of someone who play game casually. Or like let's say so the problem you try to solve is what? Like you try to solve a problem for gamers, you try to solve a problem for casual players, you try to solve a problem for streamers, and you try to solve a problem for game creators. So what is the problem you're trying to solve? Because so far all you talk about is like, oh, we're doing this and this and this and this. I don't hear the problem statement. What is the reason? What is the drive behind doing this?
for them creative.
Yeah, but what is the problem? What problem do they have?
So in use of game for video games, player have to play what game decides. But now you use all business, you are creative, you can create object that you can sell in the game.
No, but that's still in someone's game, right? So you basically have a game and you allow people to generate their own items.
Yeah.
Why? Like is again, I think you try to set up a problem, but I don't hear the reason why. Like is that what people are asking for? Like is that people like, oh, I want to create their own items, I want to create their own gameplay, I want to create their own narrative in the game. Is that what people are asking for? Like you need to at least like show the problem right here, right? Like so like let's say like, oh, I'm a gamer, I'm a game designer, I work in game for years, and so this is the number one thing what I see when I talk to game players. I get to talk to casual gamers, talk to professional gamers. They're all asking for this. So it has to be at least some baseline where, okay, I hear this problem repeating a lot across Web2 and Web3, so now we're going to try to do this, combine with Solana for whatever reason, right? But I don't hear that. So basically, you've been saying a lot about like, this is what we do, this is what we do, this is what we do. I don't hear why. What is the reason for you to choose to do this? Like, is that a real problem you're trying to solve, right? So what's the validation, right? So the validation could come in the form, say, the market size. Like for example, real world asset, big fucking market, everyone see that. Trading, yes, big market, everyone see that. It's a given. Or AI powers tool, or deep in, yes, okay. But for your particular problem, like, okay, it sounds very cool, but is that a problem? Is that something? Is that what gamers really want? Is that what people are craving? And how do you justify that? Right? Again, no need to answer today, but I think that's something you need to figure out, right? Because it's one thing to have a cool idea, but can you turn that into a business? Can you turn that into a viable business model? That's a whole different story, right? And then that's why we have this conversation. And that's why we have a one-on-one. So I can give you more direct feedback on what you do. And this is something I recommend everyone to do. If you haven't done at least one-on-one with me, do it this week. We will be using that to help you adjust the model, and also maybe even tell you to get rid of the idea, do something else. Because some ideas are not good. Because this is what happened when I think like technical people and developers try to solve a problem, right? A lot of the time, like they imagine this being a problem, and they validate it in their circles, and they're like, okay, this is cool, I'm gonna do it. But in reality, like, does the market need something like this? Probably not, right? So this is something that this is why we need to have this conversation, right? No, so that I think that's the biggest issue you need to fix. Everything else doesn't matter. The problem itself is not there. So go back, revisit everything. Make sure that you have a problem statement that's valid, or like, no, sorry, not valid, but like make sure you have a problem statement that is clear enough for people to understand why you're doing this. If you don't have that, nothing else matters. And you shouldn't waste any more time on this. Okay? Questions? Okay, good, thank you. Next.
Okay, hi guys, and welcome back to our project. First of all, before we dive into the presentation, I want to ask you one thing that what you want? You want to work in the office and thinking about the life in the beach life, or you can sit down on the beach and then you're thinking about your work. What do you want?
Neither.
Yeah, that's, and why don't we have both, like work on the beach vibe and have something fun? So what stopped you join into this vibe? Who wants to relocate to Da Nang? Can you raise your hand?
Please interact.
I'm married a Da Nang person, so
Yeah, but what stopped you to relocate to that place?
My wife.
Okay, I think that first of all, the housing and relocation issue. It means that you have a lot of problem to find the house and the right place, the office for your team. Or the second thing is complicated legal paperwork. I mean that you have to transform your team, some office and something to deal with the government there. And last but not least, it means that the ecosystem of Da Nang is not really ready for all of that, and we're here to support you. And this is the mission of Manova. We support you and your team to settle down in Da Nang because we are a local guide. We have a local knowledge. We have some hidden gems there. We know the price and something like the area you should to live. And the second thing is that we have the network. We can support you with the government there, and we can connect everything fastly with your team and your local guide. And last but not least, that we can connect you with the right community that support your team. And in Vietnam, we have the word "an cư lạc nghiệp." This means that we settle down before we building a career. That we support you to find something like house and office team, but it's just a begin, and that's why we we here and we have a team with the DNA creative in our blood, and we can support you. We can support your project. And this is the video about a project we did.
So you guys is
I'm making ice cream.
Yes, this is one of my successful web 2 project that I did with my creative team. So it's just the viral clip in the social media. We have all the integrated marketing campaign to push our client in Scout Vietnam, and I feel like how to say, when your feature, your unique feature, you believe that it's unique, it's different with the other project, become in an industry standard. So how can a brand, how can your idea can stand out and stay memorable? You can reach out to your end user. It's either the important role is creativity, and I can say that because in the fast-moving world of blockchain and Web3, many projects offer the similar product, similar feature, but they don't have a long-term marketing strategy. They don't have a creative brand identity to stand out in the market. And we are truly believe that make a difference is how to use stand out your brand with a creative story and experience that people remember. Our campaign has some significant number, like in the first day we reached 2 million organic reach. We reached 20,000 organic share, and today on air we get the earned media, no booking, just organic media on social. And the important thing is 100% our user remain all the correct feature and benefit of the product in the demo part of our viral clip. And so Manova Solution believe that creativity is the bridge that bring this to life and help project grow sustainably. And we also not only a creative mindset in our team, but also we have a nearly 10 years of cross-industry experience, from ride-hailing like Grab, Shopee Food, to e-com like Shopee, TikTok, Lazada, and with some insurance brand like Manulife, Manulife, Prudential, something like that. And this foundation allows us to understand consumer deeply, uncover the insight quickly, and also propose the creative direction to your project. So, to recap, when your unique feature become the industry standard, how can a brand stand out and stay memorable? So Maneuver stand here to offer the creative direction, the creative visual story, and a strong brand identity to your team. And when technology meets the creativity, Web3 project not just one, it will grow, scale, and last. Thank you for your attention.
I understand. So two things. So the first part was about like moving to the now. The second part is about creative content. So what is it?
So this is our Maneuver core value. Core area, like the main focus, we are focused on creative storytelling, and then we support for community and lifestyle sport. It means that this is our platform, and we do many things. But this is the main focus, and it is the support for the ecosystem, because we believe that you will anchor first before you let me.
Okay, so I think first off, maybe start with this. When you start with like, oh, you would rather be in the beach or you rather be in the office, I think people would expect something like, is it hybrid, working, hybrid living, something. It's a bit confusing, right? And also I think the part about like showing the video without any context, like, you know, like what you're trying to solve, right? Like you try to show that you can do videos, you try to show that you can do creative videos. I mean, yeah, but how does that translate to Web3? So I think the way you should be going about this is like, yeah, usually like, so Maneuver, what are you? You are a creative agency, you do all these things, from creative content, blah, 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 to even like provide access to data. And why can you do it? For one, you have these all these experience in Web2, creative media. Two, you guys are localized, hyper-local, and homegrown, whatever. So you can provide access to Web3 projects. And again, that's another thing I don't see here. Like, so what's the CTA? What's the call to action? Like, what do you want people to take from this? You want people to work with you? You want people to hire you? You want people to collaborate with you? What do you want people to do? It's just very confusing, right? Basically, they're like three different parts of the same deck that like talk about three different things. What's the underlying story? So the underlying story, and this is something you can take my word for it, right? But I think the underlying story you're trying to tell me is this, and then correct me if I'm wrong, right? So the underlying story for Maneuver is that you are a creative agency, you do anything from content to branding to hyper-local community support. In Dana. Why? Because one, you have a Web2, you have a lot of Web2 experience from creative agency, creative content, and then that's when you show the video, like, okay, this is something that we did under a different agency, but this is something that we created. This is something from our experience. This is some of the traction that we have with that video. This is our capability that we can do for you guys. And the second thing is like, why not? Because well, whatever you want to do, what do you want to say? Right? We have a lot of traction, and blah 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 blah. Now leads to the last slide, which is, so you need help in Danang, you need help creating creative content in Web3, creating more branding, creative design in Web3, or even like move your team to Danang, or like we get settled in Danang, then yeah, that's when you come to Maneuver. And you end with that word like I'm feeling it, whatever. So that I think, does that make sense to you guys now?
Yeah.
Okay. So again, I think the materials all here, you just need to tell better. And this is something that everyone remember the session with Will from Dragon Capital, right? Do you think that was good?
Yeah.
That was master storytelling, right? And so he only has 5 slides, but he spent an hour and a half just with those 5 slides. It told the whole story about finance in Vietnam and like how you can link TradFi and DeFi, right? So a lot of you guys, I think you have the materials there, but like, you just don't really know how to tell a story. And this is a perfect example of that, right? So all the content is here. All I did was like throw it around a little bit, line it up, and then you have a much clearer story about what Maneuver is, what's your background, what you want to become, what you can do for people, and how people. And I think the last slide is how can people contact you. So something like that is fine. Like something like QR code, contact info, like okay, we will work with you, or like just like scan, like show more like data, show more portfolio, show more whatever, like show some more like previous work, stuff like that, right? And I think, well, let me dive into it a little bit on why these guys are accepting the program, right? Because even though they're not technical, right? Because I think every project needs marketing help. Just like, we have the sense time guy, the guys like take videos or whatever. So I want them to get a chance to work with you guys and also like support you guys on like, let's say you want to run more marketing campaign stuff. So definitely talk to each other, like spend more time like we discussing like how they can help you and how you can help them, like because these ladies are new to Web3, but they do want to learn, they want to get better at serving like Web3 clients. So let's help them, okay? Okay, yeah, questions? Yeah.
Okay. So I think that you guys having a really nice idea and having a really like a fit use case, because I myself I was born and raised at Hanoi, but I relocated to Da Nang since 2021, and I could say that Da Nang is a really nice city for a digital nomad to be in. Like there are a lot of developers, there are a lot of digital nomads who can use your service as first they can use your creative and media branding just to to solve the main issue of them which is distribution issue for their product, and the second is everything is in Da Nang, especially housing. I think that they are facing some kind of serious housing price crisis because the renting price in Da Nang is really high. So probably maybe like doing something to advertise that you guys can help them more in a nice storytelling way, because I really love your ask. I really love your ask about the clip that you just show, and yeah, maybe doing something like that for the pitch may be a really great idea. So yeah,
Do a video pitch.
Yeah, video pitch.
Instead of this is kind of hard to be confident about your ability to tell a story when the pitch makes no sense. Right?
Yeah.
So that's the problem.
But really, I'm impressed by your idea and your concept.
Yeah, not actually a question, but just my opinion. You have two very strong services, but for me, I think you guys should separate those two, like to focus on each one to make it more stronger. Then combine those two into one pitch.
Yeah, I already think about that. Okay, we will consider.
Yeah.
How about if we break into two sessions, like two presentation?
Well, I mean, you have one team, so two presentations,
Yeah.
we two different businesses. So think about it, yeah, but again, it's your story, you can choose how to tell it, but maybe, like Colin said, right, do something that's more alive to your strength, like instead of doing a pitch, do a video. Do a video pitch.
Okay, thanks for your recommendation.
Okay. Is there anyone else that haven't pitched yet? All right, last one before we break for lunch.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kevin. I'm the co-founder of Clipit, and today I would like to share what we have been building. Just one more thing that my pitch today will be a little bit different to the one that we had on Tuesday, because we had some upgrade on the core product, but the core technology will still remain the same. I think the idea will be a little bit different. So yeah, right now living in the era of social media racing. The demand of consuming content is very huge, and there are a gigantic gap difference between the amount of content that people consume every day, and meantime that the number of content creators remain the same or just slightly rise a bit, but cannot compare to the speed of the consumption content of other people. So it's create a very huge opportunity for us to capture the attention on social media via content, right? So for me and our team, we consider ourselves as the distribution first builder. That our context is if you can create or gain billions views on any social media, so doesn't matter what you sell, you can everyone will buy it. And if you are able to grab the attention, you will become rich and wealthy. So what content should we target to? Frankly, that our guts say that sport content should be something that we should focus on. And of course, we cannot prove it right now, but just our guts say that. Without that, our team gather and think that we should offer people a simple way, an autonomous way to create their sport content and turn it into million views on social media. And we believe if things go right, we can create a whole new short content economy on Solana. And this enable brands and sport content all around the world can collaborate from anywhere to build their short form content, and just like what Red Bull and Nike just did with their $100 to billions invested in. User can use Clipit to submit their short form content from any social media onto our app, and our app will analyze that how good is the brand exposure. For example, how long, what is the length and how long the logo of Clipit appear on the short form content, and how well the brand is exposed. For example, like any story behind that, like a comeback from a comeback from the disadvantage of one team, or a absolute winning dominance of that match, and of course the traction, how many views that they gain from the social media. So based on those two analyses, we want to gamify this process and make it more competitive with reward. So the logic here will be super simple, that the amount of content multiplies with the quality of content will equal to the higher reward that they can get. So this will incentivize the flywheel for creator to create more quality in viral content and earn more rewards from our platform. So we are building Clipit prototype right now. We and our tech use the computer vision technology. Right now we are testing the large visual language model from Membris AI and ByPlus video reasoning technology, and AI agent, and of course Solana as the blockchain layer. So, and by the end of hackathon, we will open the closed beta, and would love to invite you guys to be our first user. So yeah, that is. Would love to take your feedback and your question. Yeah, thank you for listening.
So just to recap, this is like a sport content platform.
Yeah, distribution platform.
Okay, and so when people upload a video, does that become like a tokenized video?
No, it's not. We just use our computer vision technology to check out that how is the brand visibility appear on that.
So what's the blockchain part? What's the Solana?
The incentive layer.
Okay.
So our tech will collect like firstly the brand requirements together. If they pass that, the next one is we will reward based on their traction gain on social media, and also the amount, like the quality of the post that they post on social media.
How you incentivize? Like you just based on like ad spend?
Yeah, we will use our points first, and then from our brand we will have something like marketing budget for that, and also all the partners in Solana ecosystem.
Okay, so it's like Moonwalk, where you know, like, well, sorry, this one not Moonwalk. Like, this is like a agency when you post like you have like brand advertise on the platform, and then like the brand budget will go to the people who generate the content. Okay. So no token, but points and marketing budget. Okay. Could be interesting, but I think this is something that like a create a coin concept will go into play, and I don't know how, but I think this is something that you guys will need to figure out a bit more. But since you already have a bunch of content, right, basically like a short form video, so that could also be a form of like tokenizable asset somehow. So definitely think about that, like how people tokenize this, and how you let's just say like every like every comment, every whatever is like one interaction on the content, and then for each of that the bonding curve go up a little bit. So that is something that you can do.
Yeah.
Like basically turn it into a content launchpad, but focus on sport content. And of course, like the brand budget can go into token like buying to the bonding curve. Instead of directly rewarding the users, you can also reward them by having the shares of the content go up.
Yeah.
So that's something that just a suggestion, right? And then you're welcome to internally like revisit the idea and maybe improve a little bit. Yeah. Any other feedback? Comment? Okay. Oh, so Kevin brought something important. I forgot. So yesterday the Buy Plus team said they will be giving out $300 to $500 worth of coupons for Buy Plus to try out their latest LLM. So I'll be distributing that today. So I'll post it into the group if you want to use the latest credit. So they're giving out a week to try. So like between now and September 30, right? So feel free to try it, feel free to play around with it. You can build something cool on it, and they will be giving out more benefits for people who want to keep building on Buy Plus. So I'll later on I'll send a link so people can sign up using the square out code that we were given by them. And so feel free to give it a try. And then in October they'll be granting more data, more credit, more coupon.